Hi again, it's Craig from dynamitepc.com. What we're going to be doing today with this HP Pavilion desktop is switching out the stock AMD Athlon dual core with the Phenom quad core CPU. This is pretty much a project computer, mainly for video purposes and stuff like that, so I'm not even going to bother taking out the whole motherboard to switch it out. I'll just remove the fan and show you what you got to do from there. Alright, so what you're going to need to switch out your CPU is the new CPU, and this is why I do not order from eBay most of the time. This is the Phenom quad core, but yeah, I mean, look at how it came. It's only 50 bucks. You're going to need that, your thermal compound. With this, we're going to go with Dynex Silver. You're going to need some rubbing alcohol and some lint-free cloth to wipe down the CPU and also the heatsink fan. Alright, what you're going to want to do is, most people will take out the whole motherboard, disconnect their cards and everything, their sound cards, graphic cards, GPUs. I'm just going to leave the motherboard right in there. I disconnected my fan, and from here we're just going to flip this up and get this little bracket back here unlatched. Alright, push it so it's unlatched on the bottom side as well. Pull that right out. Now there's some old thermal compound on there. I actually just put some on there recently because I wasn't sure when I was going to get the new CPU for this system. There's some thermal compound on the fan, the heatsink itself. And what we're going to want to do is get those cloths, get some alcohol on them, wipe it off as if it was brand new. You want it to be nice and shiny for when you put the new thermal compound on. And since I'm not really worried about cleaning off this CPU, I'm actually just going to take it out. You lift up this lever, pull it back, lift that right out. Alright, I've already pretty much wiped it down quite a bit. It's an old heatsink block, so I'm not really going to get it perfect. I mean, there's still stuff coming off. Just got to try and get into the crevices here, which can be difficult, but you don't have to get it perfect. It still does its job very well. I mean, this is an old heatsink, it's stock. I'm still working on this computer for a buddy. So you're gonna just want to try and get that really as shiny and new looking as you possibly can. I'll probably go back to it later and try to get the rest out of between the fins here. Alright, now when you're going to insert your new CPU, keep an eye on that little gold triangle right there on the corner. There's only one corner that has it. Alright, and when you're looking at your socket, see if I can get this to zoom right. My daughter dropped it some time back, and since then it's been having some zoom issues. But anyway, it's pretty noticeable. On the socket itself, there's a little triangle, and that's what you're going to line that gold triangle up with. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to drop your CPU right in there. You're not going to push on it. It has all these pins on it. You don't want to bend any of those pins. Don't bend any. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop it in there nice and easy. And there we go, you just set it in there. Now to secure it in there, we're just going to push this tab down. It's going to be a little bit of resistance, but that's normal, and it clicks right in. Now for applying the thermal compound, there's many different methods. Everybody thinks that they have the best one. I'm not going to say that my method is the best, but the compound comes with an applicator in the packaging. I have used it. I'm not going to use it this time. I found that the best method to use is to put a little pea on there, like pea size, and make sure it's all off. And then once you place a fan on CPU, the heat sink, and as it heats up, when you push it on there and lock it in, it's gonna spread out pretty evenly, and as it heats up, it's gonna spread even more. So I'm not even gonna put any thermal compound on the heat sink itself. Now you're gonna want to get your fan, your heat sink right back on there the way you took it off, with the brackets latched on each side, and you're just gonna flip this right back over. Little resistance, push, solid, and that's it. Reconnect your fan and you're good to go.